Chapter 7, Nancy Turns Sleuth. Which is why we're playing very unsleuthy music. I forgot to lower it. There we go.
Which feels like we're kind of late in the game for Nancy to start doing the one job she has, but I guess Chapter 7's fine.
I feel like she spent most
foreplay.
She spent most of this book driving around town and going to Masonville.
The amount of shopping has exceeded sleuthing by a significant degree. Yes.
Yes. While Nancy Drew eagerly waited, scarcely daring to breathe naturally, lest her presence be detected, Ada began to speak.
Well, there should happen to be another will we may be dumped, she said sourly. Oh, this is Isabel, so shit. No, she does speak. I don't believe Josiah Crowley ever made such a will. Sorry, I'm the salesperson. Isabel replied in so low tone when Nancy seriously caught the word. I judged you then, and I'll judge you again. Evidently Nancy Drew does, or she wouldn't be taking such an interest in those Horner girls, Ada returned. Are you spying on us? We met them in her house. Oh, yeah. I know she had them in her house last week because I live under their lawn. Oh, I was passing. It's all and go in. How I hate that girl. If she should get her father interested, he might dig up another will, or just write one.
Exactly.
Even if another will does turn up, we can trust Dad to take care of it, violently. Isabel commented dryly. You mean he would? Never mind what I mean. It's a secret between us and the bush. Isabel insinuated darkly.
Wow. The bush is concerned.
The bush has no reason to be. The bush is saved. Mother and Dad. It's a weird way to say that.
Mother gets the formal greeting.
I was gonna say, sister and bro. Grandma and Peepaw. Pick a lane. Oh wouldn't be simple enough to let that money get away from us. It's ours by right. We are the 10th generation Habsburg family, and we have the inbreeding to prove it. Anyway,
I don't need you to prove it.
Didn't Josiah Crowley live on us? What?
The hell is that sentence?
He lived on top of us every day.
Keep reading, please.
Yeah, we ought to have all the money after enduring him for nearly 3 years. Just the same, I don't like the way Nancy Drew is taken up with the Horner girls. She always did have a way of nosing into things she had no business to find out. I mean, who else would have found out about my STD except Nancy, who gave it to me? Oh, poo. Poo for her. That's what I love. That's what Carson's gonna be saying too. The dinner's ready. Let her try to discover anything she likes. The money was given to us fairly enough.
The conversation ended abruptly as Isabel and Ada rose from the bench and walked on down the street. Nancy waited until they were out of sight and then emerged from the bushes. There may be a chance to find that missing will after all, she reasoned as she sank down on the bench vacated. Why would you sit down where they were sitting?
Warm.
Nancy had always been convinced that Josiah Crowley had made a second will. However, since her talk of the Horner girls, she had shared her father's opinion that the document had fallen into the hands of the Tophams, only to be destroyed. This conviction had discouraged her. Now the information which she had gleaned from the snatch of overhead conversation gave her new hope. From what Isabel and Ada had said, she was led to believe that Josiah Crowley had made a second will. The Tophams were as ignorant as herself concerning its whereabouts.
Great summary. Completely caught up. Why did we read the first 6 chapters?
Anyway, it's encouraging to know the will hasn't been destroyed, Nancy told herself. But there's one thing certain. If the Tophams ever get their hands on it, they'll take care it never comes to light. From what Isabel and Anna said darkly, I judge they're beginning to realize their position isn't anything but secure. If I'm ever to find that will, I must get busy before they beat me to it. Nancy Drew possessed her father's liking for a mystery, and she delighted in a battle of wits when championing a worthy cause. Carson Drew had often remarked that he enjoyed the detective work of his cases better than the court work. But Nancy knew he was too busy with thinking of options for the next Carson's choice of the game!
You summoned me, right? You're not taking this from me?
I'm summoning you.
Thank you. I was under the bench. It was warm down here, too. Anyway, speaking of hating the court work, because let's face it, I didn't pass the bar, but I do own one, I guess. So it was legal. Anyway, what was I going to say? You have a choice. I'm going to give you some legal work to do. I'm going to give you this subpoena that says you have to show up every day for the rest of your life, or I'm going to give you this birthday card that's legally a contract that says that you have to leave me alone.
I'm going to take the subpoena since I'm going to show up every day anyway.
That's a fair point.
Awesome. His own case.
When you wake up, like,
I thought Carson was done.
No, Carson's never done. Not when Nancy's involved.
His own case is to devote much attention to the missing Crowley will.
Oh, you kept reading. Damn it! Carson couldn't finish his thought. I'll stay under the bench.
He's gone. If anything, we're done to help the Horner girls win their inheritance. She must accomplish it herself. As Nancy reviewed the facts of the case, which is a convenient way to not talk to Carson anymore, it seemed to her that she must have overlooked a possible clue. Never had a mystery appeared more baffling. I mean, isn't this your first one?
It is, yes. So besides the mystery of why Carson has left you alive, I guess this is a clear second.
She's been working on that mystery ever since her mom died.
Did Nancy have one? Or did Carson just produce asexually? Let's stop thinking about it.
Yeah, you made that turn weird really quickly. For nearly 10 minutes, Nancy sat lost in deep thought. Then, with a cry of delight, she sprang to her feet. My dad was right! How stupid of me! To not think of it before. The Horner girls aren't the only ones who should have figured in the will. Why is there loud clanging coming from other rooms? That's disturbing.
Carson's in the walls.
I don't want to think about that anymore. There were a number of...
The subpoena's active.
There were a number of relatives, and Father said that they filed a claim too. I wonder who they are. If I could talk with them, it's possible I might learn something that would have a bearing on the case.
Nancy's grand revelation is that there are more people that could have gotten a share and that they may know about the will that they might have a share of?
Yes.
Wow, she's so good.
Convinced that the inspiration was a happy one, she set off toward her father's office. Yeah. He was engaged in an important conference when she arrived. Of course he was. And
the Nancy tea party with all your stuffed animals.
And Nancy was forced to wait 10 more minutes before she was even let inside.
I'm sorry, but Stuffykins over here needed the Heimlich. He ate a crumpet way too quickly. Anyway, I do this with you, but I hate you. Now what? Father asked, smiling as she burst in upon him. Is it a new dress you want? How much money do I have to throw at this thing to make it leave?
Only $50,000.
Well, the bar's going under, and the subpoenas aren't working.
Nancy's cheeks were flushed and her eyes danced with excitement at the prospect. Don't try to tease me, she protested. I've stumbled upon something important and I want information.
Oh, sorry, it was the dress. See, I love bribing you to make my life easier. At your service, Nancy, Mr. Drew said. It was about that Crowley case. I've told you everything that I know. Which, as far as I'm concerned, consists of just going, huh? And then walking away.
Let's see. Nancy poured out the story of her encounter with the Topham sisters in the department store and told the conversation she had overheard in the public park. Mr. Drew listened with interest until she had finished.
Sorry, I was listening to a podcast. Who are you? Oh, and now what the hell do you want? He asked gratefully.
I thought if If I went to those other relatives, I might be able to learn something which may help solve the mystery.
Fine, whatever. I don't give two shits.
But I don't know their names, and that's why I'm here.
I wish I could help you, but I can't because I just have so much more important things to do, such as slowly drink lighter fluid until I pass out.
Nancy's face fell.
Mine should.
Plop.
Wait a minute, he called as she turned to leave. I haven't given you your daily spanking. Wait, I can't supply the names you want, but I think I can tell you where to find them.
Where?
On Earth. Fuck off! At the courthouse. What are they doing at the courthouse? They should be on file. There's a list of people who have committed crimes, and it's just set up on the front steps for anybody to sift through. He glanced at his watch and frowned. Fuck! I removed the hands. It's too late to go there this afternoon. There's basketball happening at the court today.
Aw, and I'm anxious to find out right away, Nancy declared in disappointment. If I delay even a single day, the Tophams may get ahead of me and find that will. Suddenly, her face brightened as she thought of something. I know! I'll break in! No, I'll jump into the roadster and run out and have a talk with the Horner girls. They should be able to furnish me the information.
I'm gonna jump into the roadster and run out as if you're a Flintstones character. Good job. I guess they're the only people that we know involved in the story.
That's just what I'll do. Leaving.
Well, hang on a minute, Nancy. Carson Drew stopped her for no apparent reason. I wonder if you realize just what you're getting into, Nancy.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, since you asked so nicely, it's a Carson's choice of the game. Turns out while we were talking, we've entered an alternate dimension and the door goes out to 2 different areas. One of which is a ball pit from McDonald's that's filled with syringes. Used syringes at that. By all the children. And the second one is a giant bamboo spike pit with landmines at the bottom. What are you getting into, Nancy?
That window over there looks inviting.
That's unbelievable. I can't believe I left it open. Dang nabbit, it's too bad my office is on the 100th floor of the Burj Khalifa.
That's okay, I can ride the drain pipe down to the street safely.
I despise you, Nancy. I yell at your head as you fall down the drain pipe out of sight.
And then he has to lean over and yell the rest of this down the drain pipe.
I'm not gonna swear in front of Stuffykins, I just won't. Not after the crumpet incident.
That's you.
It is, only this! Detective work isn't always the safest occupation. It's being a cop or president. I happen to know that Richard Topham is an unpleasant man when crossed. And he's also an unpleasant man when standing up and sleeping and falling over. If you actually succeed in learning anything, which may help the Horner girls, you are certain to have the Tophams in your wool, which is an expression.
I'm not afraid of them, Father.
Good. Mr. Drew exclaimed, because that means you're under threat. I was hoping you would say that. I'm glad you have the courage of your convictions, but I didn't want you to march off into battle without a knowledge of what? A knowledge of what? Voice cracked. Undoubtedly, you will be up against. Stuffykins kicked me in the balls again.
A battle? Do I have Pokemon to use in it?
No, this is very much a case of everybody has a crossbow, and if you remember Hunger Games, you're PETA. Yes, battle. Rest assured, the Tophams won't give up the fortune without a bitter struggle. However, if they attempt to make serious trouble, I promise to deal with them myself by letting them walk all over you. I only wish I had time to help you find the will, but these tea parties don't run themselves.
What if Stuffykins comes with me and helps me find it?
You know Stuffykins is under my control. I'm handcuffed to Stuffykins, as you well know.
And if I find it? The key to the handcuffs, that is? Aww.
You'll already be there, after all. The subpoena's active.
Oh, thank you, Father and Stuffykins. There's no one like you two in all the world.
Stuffykins is judge, jury, and executioner of this town. Gotta get in his good graces.
Nancy stepped out of the drain pipe now that she finally reached the bottom. I may not get back until later, she threw back over her shoulder. I have a feeling I may discover a real clue today, and if I do, I'm going to trail it down. I yelled back up the drain pipe. With characteristic impetuosity, she darted from the room, permitting the office door to bang behind her. That sentence was worthless.
I know.
And that's it. Oh, except we get to go to Chapter 7 again next time.
Dang it, you stopped me from saying that's not the only thing that banged behind her. Woo! We'll leave you.